Are you caught up in the matrix? We're all caught up in the matrix. But here's what we're looking at matrices today. I'm going to give you some tips that you can use to ace your multiple choice CSEC for matrices. You know, CSEC is divided into the multiple choice is divided into all the different sections that are covered in the CSEC syllabus. I've been doing videos on each and every section. So go and look for those videos to keep yourself up to par. So let's go. Some tips on matrices. So remember, the order of the matrix matters. For CSEC, you generally deal with 2 by 2 matrices. So remember, it's row by column. You can get any order really, but CSEC tends to focus on 2 by 2. So 2 rows by 2 columns. If you have a 2 by 3, so it will be written as 2 times 3. If you have a 2 by 3 matrix, that means there are 2 rows and 3 columns. So 2 sets of numbers going across, 3 sets going down. Tip number 2, when it comes to addition and subtraction, the matrices must be the same order in order for you to subtract them. And how you subtract or add? You add and subtract the matching positions. So the 2 numbers that are in the same corner of each bracket, you add or subtract those. The next 2 in the same corner, you add or subtract those. For multiplication, you can multiply matrices of different order, but there is a kind of catch to it. Luckily for CSEC, you'll be multiplying 2 by 2 times a 2 by 2. But just in case you get like a 2 by 2, 2 by 3 times a 3 by 2, that can work. So what you're looking for is the 2 middle numbers must be the same. So 2 times 3, 3 times 2. The 2 threes are the same. So you can have 2 rows, 3 columns. You can multiply that by 3 rows, 2 columns. Otherwise, you won't be able to multiply. Okay, that's how the orders have to line up. A common error is you might try to multiply a 2 by 3 by a 2 by a 2 by 3 by a 2 by 3. No, you will not be able to do that. The middle numbers must match, right? Tip number 5. So let's say you're given a 2 by 2 matrix to multiply. I know it can look a little tedious, yeah, but I like to tell my students, put a big bracket, then a medium-sized bracket, then a small bracket. So you know you're going to multiply row by column, row by column. Then you go to the second row by column, second row by column. And it's going to shrink, it's going to gradually, the brackets are going to get smaller because you're going to be simplifying the operations as you go along. Tip number 6, the identity matrix is the matrix that if you multiply the identity by a matrix, you get back the same matrix, right? So it's an order of 1, 0, where if you multiply the matrix by that, you'll get back the exact same matrix. Tip number 7, the 0 matrix has all zeros. So obviously, if you add a matrix to the 0 matrix, you will get back that same matrix. Tip number 8, the determinant. So you might be asked to find the determinant, and you will need to find the determinant if you want to find the inverse of the matrix. So if you have your matrix in the brackets, A, B, C, D, so A and B are the 2 top numbers, C and D are the 2 bottom numbers in the 2 by 2 matrix. The determinant is A times D minus B times C. So you cross multiply and subtract. A times D minus B times C. And that will give you the determinant. Now, Tip number 9, the singular matrix, the determinant is 0. So if you are told that this is a singular matrix, when you find the determinant of the matrix, you set it equal to 0, and usually you'll be given a variable in that you're going to need to find. So when you set it equal to 0, you go ahead and you solve the equation for that variable. That's usually how it is presented, right? The singular matrix does not have an inverse. So tip number 10, finding the inverse of the matrix. So it's 1 over the determinant times the adjoint, right? 1 over the determinant times the adjoint. What is the adjoint? So I just told you what the determinant is. A times D minus B times C. So it's 1 over that. And then the adjoint, you're going to switch the A and D. Hi. You're going to switch the A and D and change the sign of the B and C. So if the B and C were positive, you make them negative. If they were negative, you make them positive. Right. Tip number 12, remember to eliminate any option that just doesn't make any sense. So for example, if the determinant is 0 and they ask you what's the inverse, you know there's no inverse for that. Something like that. If it doesn't make any sense, you eliminate to narrow down your options. Tip number 13, for the matrix transformation, remember for the reflection in the y-axis, it's -1, 0, and you have to know, these are ones that you have to study, right? Reflection in the x-axis, reflection in the y-axis. Tip number 14, now you might be asked to use matrices to solve simultaneous equation. For CSEC maths, there are 3 methods used to solve simultaneous equation. You have the algebra method, where you can use elimination or substitution. You have the graphical method, where you can plot the 2 equations on a graph, whether they're 2 linear or a linear and a quadratic, and you see where the 2 graphs intersect and take your reading. That's the solution of the equations. You also have the matrices method, where you're actually going to use the inverse of the matrix. So you have to find the inverse of the matrix. Remember, 1 over the determinant times the adjoint. So the formula for solving simultaneous equations using matrices is, so for example, x equal a times the inverse, right? Inverse of a times b, sorry. So what you would do, find the inverse and then multiply it by the other part of the matrix and set it equal to x, or in other words, set it equal to xy, your xy terms, and then you're going to multiply the inverse by that and to simplify until you get the value for x and y. That's how you use the inverse of the matrix to solve simultaneous equation. And my last tip, you might get a scalar matrix. Scalar multiplication, that's when you just have a whole number or a fraction in front of a 2 by 2 matrix, for example. All you need to do is multiply each element in that matrix by the scalar on the outside. So if it's 2 on the outside and you have -1, 3, 5, 6. So it will be 2 times -1 for the corresponding value, 2 times 3, 2 times 5, 2 times 6. And that will give you your new matrix. All right. So yes, we're all in the matrix. We're all in the matrix, but don't be scared. I'm not scared. I'm here to hold your hand and guide you through it.